So these wireless earbuds pack active noise cancellation, transparency mode, custom EQ, touch controls, wireless charging, spatial audio that is platform agnostic, so you're not tied down to iOS or Apple Music. It'll work on Android, any streaming platform, any file format, all while coming in at over half the cost of AirPods Pro. Yo, Jonathan here. These are the Aero by One More, and disclosure, this is a sponsored showcase, not a review. So huge thank you to One More for supporting the channel. Huge thank you to you for watching this video because it does help out tremendously. As usual, I want to say thank you for that and give away 2 pairs of these. So for a chance to win, drop a comment stating what your favorite feature is. And as always, it's not required, but if you're feeling like being awesome, make sure to drop a like down below. So there's a couple of really compelling things with these headphones. The first of which being the price. Again, they come in at over half the price of AirPods Pro, a considerable amount less than something like Beats Fit Pro or AirPods 3. And secondly, the fact that they've implemented spatial audio that works on both iOS and Android on multiple streaming services, on multiple file formats, and even things like YouTube is probably what is most impressive. Now with Dolby Atmos and spatial audio on the Apple Music side of things, that works differently because it is a completely different file. It is a separate mix that is handcrafted for multiple speakers, for AirPods that lives side by side with the stereo mix. With Atmos, there's more information, more metadata. The typical file size of an Atmos mix can be upwards of 1 to 2 gigs, which is wild. So the way it works with the One More Aero is it takes that stereo source and uses the built-in gyroscope and accelerometer to give you real-time head tracking and that spatial depth. I just didn't expect it to work as well as it did. What I think surprised me the absolute most is when you flip on spatial audio here, the sound quality essentially remains the same. It just gives you head tracking in a little more depth, so I'm not sure how they're doing that. Even on iOS and iPhone and AirPods, when you try and spatialize a stereo source, it almost always sounds like hot garbage. Things sound echoey and phasey and just not natural to the point where I never spatialize a stereo source on iOS or on AirPods, where again here, you don't have to deal with any of that. So whether it's Spotify and music or YouTube and one of the 8 billion streaming video services and a TV show or movie, it really becomes as simple as do you want spatial audio on or off, and you're not worrying about giving up quality. The other really impressive thing here is how instant and how responsive the head tracking is. And I know when someone usually tries out head tracking for the first time, their immediate reaction and instinct is to just kind of throw their head everywhere super fast, which can absolutely be a little jarring. When you get past that and you start to think of it more as just a day-to-day thing, how you would normally walk or interact about your day, then it becomes a lot more natural and has become something that I've really started to enjoy. If you're at a movie or at a concert and you turn your head to the left, you're gonna hear more of that source in your right ear. And conversely, if you turn your head to the right, you're gonna hear more of that in your left ear. If you turn around, it's gonna be behind you. So when you start to look at it that way, I think that's where it becomes fun. It's definitely not for everybody, but I think that's what I enjoy so much about these headphones is it gives you the flexibility. So if you enjoy it and you like it, it's there. It does it extremely well without giving up quality. And conversely, if you don't like it, turning it off is a tap away. Looks wise, they come in a very simple stem design that I think looks great and fits comfortably. They come in 2 colors, come with multiple ear tips, and I especially like the case because not only is it compact, it's simple because there's nothing worse than fumbling trying to get earbuds back into the case. There's a lot of thought and attention to detail that went into these headphones, everything from the charging flexibility, giving you USB-C or wireless, down to the LED lights into the stems of the headphones so you actually know when they're charging when they're in the case. Sound quality for the money is really, really good. The only thing I potentially would have wanted was a little bit more volume, but aside from that, they are extremely balanced. Bass is impressive, it's not too much, and again, the fact that you have not only multiple EQ presets, but custom EQ gives you the control to really dial in the sound you want. Not only can you dial in the sound, you have precise control over the active noise cancellation from the least to the most to adaptive. So the fact that 1, it works very well, and 2, the fact that you can dial it in, maybe you don't need as much if you're indoors versus you need the most when you're outdoors, that is nice. You also get transparency mode, which I think at this point with earbuds that have a seal, It's almost a must-have feature, especially if you're someone who uses these to commute or to walk outside, because it is very easy to get lost into the music and not pay attention to what's going on around you. So to have that ability to hear your outside surroundings, I think, is a very valuable feature. The features do not stop there though, because you also get touch control, which I think is super helpful. What I really enjoy here is, again, the customization you get. This works on either left or right, and you can customize both. So you can do everything from play or pause, next song, previous song, or even control the volume. The other thing worth noting is if you don't want to double tap or triple tap to pause a song, you can also do that by simply taking an earbud out of your ear, popping it back in, pulling it out, which I think is the simplest way to do that. The other cherry on top, and a very underrated feature I think here, is the smart loudness, which essentially retains the dynamics as if you were playing things loud but at a lower volume, which is very important for our ears. It can be very tempting to just want to rip things at full blast and enjoy the music, but long term that is not great for our hearing and can definitely do damage. So to have a feature to encourage lower listening volumes and still to retain quality, I think is a very nice touch. They still have an early bird sale going on that brings these under $100, and at that price point, it is kind of hard to pass up. So all in all, the One More Arrow are pretty jam-packed across the board. Again, active noise cancellation, transparency mode, wireless charging, spatial audio that really surprised me, great battery life, a really nice case, and again, these come in at a very compelling price. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like down below. I'll have a link to where you can check these out for yourselves. This is Jonathan, and I will catch you guys later.